Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Are we
to
back?
What?
Are we back?
Yeah, I just said that.
We're over. We're like after you paused it.
No.
We gotta start all over again. That's freaking bull crap.
Oh
Go
yeah,
on.
people. This is the father and son hour with
Jesus.
Roy and Roy Jr. We had to restart because a child interrupted, and I couldn't really figure out how to get back to where we were on the recording beforehand. I know now, so if that ever happens in the
You know
future,
how to do it now?
Yeah, I do.
No, next time we'll just say, "Get the hell out! Get
Okay.
the hell!" You want me to get? I should get my shotgun out.
No, don't.
And
It's
be
a
like,
kid.
Yeah, but it won't be loaded.
I don't know if it's still legal. I don't think it's legal to point
This
a
is freaking
shotgun
Alaska.
at a child,
It's not
even if it's
loaded.
not loaded.
It's Alaska. You can do anything here.
I don't know about that.
What can't you do in Alaska?
You can't kill people.
No, you can, but you'll be prosecuted. For
Yeah,
it if
lots
you're
of people
caught.
die up here too. Like every week, someone gets shot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought moving up here I'd be safe, but
We're safe. I haven't been threatened once since I was up here.
I haven't either. But that's not the point.
One time
Shit
I saw a
happens all the
shady
time.
guy coming towards my car, and I put my hand in my jacket, and as soon as he saw me put my hand in my jacket, he walked away.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to get shot. He probably just coming to ask for change or some
That's
shit.
all right. He walked away.
Anyway, so we were talking about some topics and stuff, and one of the ones that we got cut off on was the immigration in England. And
Oh yeah, immigration is working really great.
My
in Great
father had a
Britain.
really good Eminem analogy about terrorists and ISIS and letting them into the country. Say it.
So this is a great argument you can use with people that say, when you're saying, well, we shouldn't be letting people from terrorist nations come into this country. A lot of people will say, well, it's only about 1% of the people that come in that are terrorists. Then ask them, if I give you a bowl of M&Ms and I tell you that one of those M&Ms is going to kill you, if you pick the one that's going to kill you, will you eat any of these M&Ms? And the answer, if you're not an idiot, would probably be like, hell no, I ain't going to eat none of those fucking M&Ms. I'm going to go get M&Ms that I know that aren't going to freaking have a chance of fucking killing me and poisoning me. Same shit. Let's let in freaking 100,000 people that we know nothing about, and maybe only 1% will be terrorists. Well, what's 1% of 100,000? 1,000, right? Yeah.
1%?
Yeah. 1,000. 100?
Oh, yeah.
100,000?
Okay.
1,000. So out of 100,000 people, 1,000 are terrorists. Gotta be shitting me.
That's not...
But anyways, the topic came up because we're talking about Great Britain and how great their immigration policy is.
I mean, I just wanted to bring that up again because that's like a terrible analogy. You're not supposed to use inanimate objects when you're comparing something. It's supposed to be similar.
Chocolate is not an inanimate object.
Inanimate.
It has feelings.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. You can talk to chocolate, and after you talk to it, it'll taste better.
That's not true.
That is true.
He's lying. Don't listen to that, all right? It's just like that myth, if you feed Alka-Seltzer to birds, like they'll blow up, they won't blow up.
They will blow up.
They won't blow up. I was looking all damn night for any video about some guy feeding Alka-Seltzer to birds, and none of them blew up.
Dude, how sad is your life?
It's very
That
sad.
you are freaking looking that
It's
crap
really, really
up.
sad. I have a pathetic life.
But anyways, in Great Britain,
I'm blinging, though.
in Great Britain, this guy, ISIS guy, he is identified as ISIS, obviously, after they caught him, and they actually caught him alive. He rents a U-Haul. This was this morning, October 1st. He rents a U-Haul. He rams into a cop car, sends the cop flying I don't know how many feet in the air, gets out of his U-Haul, stabs the cop multiple times, then gets back in his U-Haul and runs over, it was either 3 or 4 pedestrians, ran him over. And surprisingly, the guy got caught alive, and everyone involved still lived. Nobody died.
Hey, in Great Britain, their cops don't have guns, right?
I think they do now.
They do now?
Yeah. I
They
think
really
now
should
do.
repeal that damn law about handguns over there. They really should.
They should repeal every law about anything.
Yeah, but, I mean, you can't just tell them that. You have to start small. Government works in baby steps. All right?
All government is force. Period. There's nothing else that government can do better or good. The only thing they can do good is put you in jail and kill you. That's the only thing they can do.
Yeah,
good.
but we're really good at that. So
I know.
if you're gonna be good at something, I mean, you might as well. If you can only do one thing, you might as well be
You
the
might
best
as well
at
be a
it.
domestic... I can't say that word, can I?
Domestic terrorism.
Shh.
Domestic terrorism.
The NSA's going to hear this and
Who
going
gives a
to
fuck?
flag.
What does it
Now they're
matter?
going to demonetize our YouTube video.
We're not even monetized.
Oh,
what are
we're
you
not?
talking about? I think our last video got like 9 views.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome, man. We're like up to 150 views altogether.
Yeah, something like that.
I've got 59 followers on Steemit.
Oh, wow. I bet they don't even listen to any of it.
It doesn't matter. I still have 59 followers. I can say that. That is... Hey, so everyone, just to remind you, hit that like button.
Don't fucking hit the like button, Jesus. Only if you like it.
Smash it. No, smash the like button.
Don't say that. Don't say
like
smash the like button.
I like saying that.
That's stupid. You only say smash when it's...
Smash, share, and subscribe. There you go. Look at that. They all start with an S.
That's called alliteration.
Smash, triple S. You know, like triple X?
Yeah, sure.
This is triple S.
Yeah, okay.
Smash, share, subscribe.
Simple, stupid, and slow. Got it.
Smash, share, subscribe, people. Remember, smash that like button.
All right, so English
the thing
immigration.
Is, you don't understand. When you smash that like button, YouTube uses an algorithm that the more likes you have, the higher in its hierarchy that it puts your video so that more people can share this video and like it and can enjoy this video. And we're trying to get the word out to the people.
Nah, we're just trying to make money. Like,
no, I'm not trying to make no money. How can we make money if we don't monetize YouTube?
No, we can only monetize it after a certain point.
Oh, really? Up to what?
Oh,
after we get like 1,000 views?
I think it's like you have to get 1,000 views weekly or something like that.
Also, another 15 years we should be there.
We should be good.
Damn. That's if it depends on what. Hey, what age bracket, what demographics are we trying to cater to?
I don't think
this is actually for anyone, isn't it?
Anyone who wants to listen.
This is for anyone from age 5 and up.
Not age 5. I'd say at least 16, probably. Because most anyone below that age don't know what the fuck we're talking about anyway. And they don't care, because they're children. They don't give a shit about this kind of thing until they're adults and people tell them they have to care.
So anyway, that was the deal going on in UK or in Great Britain.
And that's true shit.
Hey, is Great Britain and the UK two different countries?
I'm American. I'm ignorant of all cultures except my own.
Like, what's England?
I have no fucking
is
idea.
England and Great Britain
the same
England
thing? Was the country and UK was like the government, but I don't know.
I think England and Great Britain is the same thing.
I'm going to go on a limb and say I have no idea. So any English or UKians or anyone like that who are...
That's all right. Just a second. Go ahead. What do you want?
Hey, I just paused it, but Miss Roy, Little Miss Roy.
Little Miss Roy, shut it.
Anyway, the younger
Anyway,
Roy,
the UK and England
Roy.
and Great Britain. I think they're all the same country, aren't they?
I think they're all the same, but I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look it up.
Google it.
The UK and England.
My thing
country.
is like, if it's the same thing, why did they call it two different things?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Or is it like United States and America? Like the official name is the United Kingdom.
The EU has all those countries together. The EU.
Yeah, I know, but this is just UK and England. Like, you know, America, they call it America, but it's really the United States.
They're countries of the United Kingdom.
Oh,
UK,
okay.
England, Great Britain, they're countries of the United Kingdom.
So England and Britain are countries of the UK.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, yes. So the United Kingdom comprises of 4 countries: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Yeah, but what about freaking? Okay, that's the UK.
Wait, I thought Ireland separated.
So no, not yet.
Oh.
So that's the UK. So Great Britain is not part of the UK.
Oh.
See, Great Britain is not part of the UK.
Yeah, we have no idea. If any Englishmen or anyone from that area can inform us of what actually is, that would be really great, because I would like to be informed of that.
No one is going to inform us. I don't think we've ever had one comment.
I've had one comment on YouTube.
Just one,
Just
right?
one.
Saying that's
funny.
That's funny?
Yep.
I think I made that comment.
It was you? Huh, maybe.
We've only had one comment.
I don't really care.
Hey, we've had like freaking 10 thumbs up.
Oh, that's nice.
I think maybe around 10 altogether. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's next? So we talked about this immigration deal in Great Britain. They're doing great. They're very, very good people by letting in all those hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of refugees, and now their country is being destroyed. Good on you. That just means that they're really good people, really good, kind-hearted, because they're allowing other people to destroy their country. So anyway, Catalonia, do you know what Catalonia is? Mm-hmm. Catalonia is part of Spain, okay? but it's one of these little countries that Spain sucked up when the EU was formed. Catalonia wants to secede from Spain. Why? Because Catalonia is rich and they provide Spain with a lot of revenue. All right, so the people there get taxed to hell. Spain takes their money, and Spain gives them back about 50% of what they took from them in services. Okay? And they're like, I'm tired of this shit. We want to keep our own freaking money. We want to be our own country. We're tired of you taking our money and then telling us what the hell we can do. We have our own government. So they were trying to do a referendum vote this weekend, which they did. But let me just write this down. Let me see. Catalonia told Spain that it did not want to play ball. They didn't want to play ball anymore. They wanted to take their ball in their bat and go home. And Spain said, screw you. Well, 83% of Catalonians voted to exit Spain and become their own country.
Okay.
Catalonia receives less than half of the revenue that is taken from Spain. So Spain takes $100. Spain gives them back less than 50 of what they took for them in services. And then the other 50 that they take, that's left over, they give to other poorer countries that don't produce as much as Catalonia. Okay, so
hey, you know what we should do? Addendum. If Catalonia secedes from Spain, the United States should go in there, fuck them up, and then ally with Spain to take back their shit.
That's bullshit.
There you go.
Man. Why are you talking like that?
Because that would be perfect.
That would be American.
It would. It would be American as fuck. Going into someone else's country and fucking it up.
So Spain told Catalonia, no, check this out. They told Catalonia, no, you can't have a referendum vote. If you try to do a referendum vote, we're gonna send the police in there, the military in there.
I would have done that too if I was them. Are you kidding?
Well, I'm just telling you what they did. I'm gonna send the police in there, the military in there, and they're gonna freaking, stop you guys from voting. So they did. The Spanish police came over there. They cracked down on the Catalonians, sending more than 300 to the hospital.
Damn.
All right, and it wasn't a violent. They were just trying to vote. As the police came in there and started freaking cracking their asses down, and some of them fought back and sent like 12 police to the hospital. All right.
I would have fought back.
Yeah, and the government said no, you can't hold a vote, and this is why I think the government said you cannot hold the vote. Okay, because if the government says, hey, that vote's not legal, why are you gonna vote? Right? Because if you vote, you're gonna send us the vote and we're gonna say no, it's not legal. That's it. So why didn't the government just let them vote? Just let them vote and say, okay, beautiful.
Because they know it's not illegal.
I know, because the government, if what the government says is true, that hey, whatever your vote comes out, we don't have to abide by anything. You're not gonna secede, right? And then the government should just let them vote. Go ahead and vote. Oh, okay. Oh, 99.99% of you want to exit Spain.
Too bad.
No. Okay, that's all they had to do, right? But instead, they sent cops down there to crack down on them, send people to the hospital, arrest people, put them in jail. Why? This is why I think. Why didn't the government want them to hold the vote? Question, right? When it gets out, if they let them hold the vote, which they ended up voting because they ended up having like poll stations in secret places and stuff, and they ended up voting, and that vote ended up being 83% of Catalonians want to secede from the country. All right. So when it gets out that a lot of people or the majority of the people want to leave, it's going to put a seed in the conscience of other people in other country that, hey, we need to hold a vote. Hey, we need to hold a vote. So then all these other countries are going to be wanting to vote to get out of the EU and to get out of all these freaking communist, socialist ass nations. And they're going to start thinking the same thing. But if they send cops out there and all these other people see that these people are getting their skulls cracked and beat up and put in jail and all that shit, they're like, yeah, that's all right.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, we'll just freaking keep being serfs and slaves, and we'll just, keep living the lives we're living now, even though it sucks.
Most people I've seen so far in countries where the revolutionary-like mindset is, they won't really start to fight back until it becomes so unbearable that they cannot physically live with it. Yeah. Like, look at Venezuela. They didn't do shit until they started starving. Even though they seen it coming. And they seen it coming. But they didn't do anything until their people were dying.
It's called the Stockholm Syndrome.
So, it just takes that much, apparently, for humans to get it.
It's like the Stockholm Syndrome combined with the fight or flight. It's like both of those together. They want to fight. You know, because their senses are saying, man, if I don't fight, I'm going to die. But then the Stockholm Syndrome comes in and says, I love my government. My government is good. You know, my government is going to take care of me. It's going to get better. It's going to get better until, like you said, finally it gets so bad that they don't have a choice. Because if they don't fight, they know they're going to die and their children are going to die.
And this isn't something that's brand new. This has been going on since
It
human
happens all the
history
time.
has begun. Like, since the first city was settled, I guarantee things like this
Yep.
have been happening.
It's like a mathematical formula.
It's
It goes
just the
around
way
and
we
around.
are.
It's not. It's like a mathematical
human
formula,
condition.
and it's also like what's the name of that thing? The merry-go-round. It's a
Merry-go-round.
merry-go-round. It goes round and round and round. It happens, then it happens, and then it happens. It happens all the time.
Yep.
Every
And we're
time.
never going to change. It's impossible.
Why? Because human beings are stupid.
Yep, we're
That's
stupid,
why.
we're greedy, we're selfish. We have a very great capacity for caring for others and unity. However, it only comes out when the worst situations arise.
And what's this a great example of this? A great example of the story about Catalonia that I just told you about is that government is only one thing. Government is only force. There is nothing that the government does good except to force people to do things. That is it. They force you to pay your taxes by threatening to put you in jail. They force you to put license tags on your car by threatening to put you in jail. They force you to fucking vaccinate your kids, at least in California, by threatening to put you in jail. Everything that you do that's regulated is by force. And the outcome of you not doing it is more than likely that you're going to get put in jail. Think of anything that the government tells you have to do. If you drive without a license, what happens? You go to fucking jail. What does it take to get a license? You have to freaking take a driving test. What does it take to get a driving test? You got to pay money for that. Then what does it take to get an actual license after you pass the driving test?
You got to pay money
You
for
got to
that.
go freaking pay money for that. Then what does it take every 4 years when your driver's license can't be renewed except by in person? You got to go pay money for that. Everything that the government tells you you have to do is a form of taxation, or you get thrown in jail. That's all government is. Government
This
is nothing
facts.
but force.
Facts.
Like here in Alaska, look at this now. This is how stupid people are. Some people are. Here in Alaska, they're trying to outlaw the sale of, of cannabis? But it's not outlaw it. It's
not outlawing the drug itself. You can still possess it and consume
No,
it,
it's
but you
not
cannot
that.
buy it.
No,
or
it's not
sell it.
that. It's not that. They're outlawing the sale
The commerce.
of cannabis in the North Star Borough
Yeah.
area. And the people are saying that, well, we don't want these shops to be opening up in residential areas. I'm like, fine. You know what? I wouldn't want a pot shop next to my house either. I wouldn't. So, why it's not supposed to be something about not allowing people to sell. Just say, we can't have pot shops in residential areas. Which right now, there aren't any pot shop in residential areas. No, like over by college and like Cushman and stuff like that. Those are residential
Well, I'm
areas.
thinking because a few new ones have opened up. There's one.
Yeah, but they're not zoned residential areas.
Oh, you mean
So, like,
zoning?
Yeah,
Okay.
like for example, this
Like
house
the
right
legality
here,
of
where
it.
we live right here, this is not zoned residential.
Mm-hmm.
This is zoned like general use, GP, general purpose, which means that if you want to put a house on it, you can. You can do anything on it. I can have a mini farm here if I want. It's zoned general purpose. So if somebody bought the piece of land next to me and they wanted to put a pot shop there, they could, legally. Would I like it? No. But guess what? When I moved here, I knew that this land was zoned general purpose. So I should have maybe thought about that, right? So they're trying to get...
Well, when you moved here, it wasn't legal.
I know,
here.
but still, if that's my problem, I wouldn't try to have it legislated so that everyone can't do it. I would just be saying, hey, can you please zone my area here residential?
So
and
that
and
no
then I
one-
would make my case. I'll be like, everyone that lives here lives in a family home that they built. They use their property in this area. Everyone in this area uses their property for family home, for living. Can you please zone this area residential? That's what I would do. I wouldn't try and say, no, nobody can build anything in anywhere in this area because I don't like it. No, it goes back to the fact that democracy is the worst form of government because it's a mob rule form of government. It's where 51% of the people can tell 49% of the people how they can live their lives. And that's not freedom, not even close to being freedom. So, anyways, we have to vote this
I always like the
Tuesday.
analogy that democracy means 51 people can legally kill 49 people.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. But so we have to go vote, and I told myself I was never going to vote again after this last presidential election.
Yeah.
I told myself I will never vote again. But sometimes you just have to. I feel I have to vote because I'm not an advocate of marijuana. I don't go around saying, "Hey, you should smoke pot. You should smoke pot." I don't give a shit if you do. That's my point. I don't care. You can do it if you want. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But that's not what bothers me. What bothers me is that the people that don't want to do it want to tell the people that want to do it that they can't do it. And that's none of your freaking business. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. But if somebody else wants to do it and it's not hurting you, if it's not hurting your private property or your being, leave them the hell alone. Stay the hell out of it.
My thought on this is, when they legalized it in this state, they should have taken a couple years to get this shit figured out before stores and shit started popping up. Like, they should have went through, done the paperwork, and actually sat down and talked to the community and said, hey, this is what it is now. You guys voted on it, so we need to figure out a way to make this as nice and
but
good
the
as
thing
possible.
But you know who ruined that? The local government ruined that. The state government ruined that. You know why?
I don't.
Because they knew that as soon as those pot shops started going up, they were going to collect $1 billion a year in tax revenue.
Yeah.
So they didn't care about that shit then. They wanted those. They may say, yeah, you know, the people want pot. They want it more than we do.
In Fairbanks, Alaska, from the mayor, quoted by the mayor, he said that he only expected $20,000 in tax revenue. However, he said that the first time the taxes came in, they got over $200,000.
Tenfold.
They made 10 times more than what they thought they would make.
Hey, so this guy at work comes into my office. I think it was on Wednesday or something like that last week. I don't remember when. But he goes like, hey, man, are you going to go vote next Tuesday? And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to go vote. And he's like, cool. I'm like, we're supposed to vote no, right? Because no is against it. Yes is, yeah, we want these shops not to be able to open. But no is, to me, no equals for freedom. And yes equals tyranny. So he's like, no, you're supposed to vote yes. I'm like, yes. I thought no meant that you're voting because you support the shops to be open and to be able to sell. He's like, oh, you support that? I'm like, hell yeah, I support that. And he's like, well, I'm voting yes. I'm like, didn't you serve in the military? And he says, yeah. I'm like, so what you're telling me is that you went and fought for your country so that we can be free, and now you're trying to take away people's freedoms to live their life the way they want to live. I said, that's what you're telling me. I'm telling me that you're voting against being free. He's like, well, I got personal reasons. I'm like, hey, listen, I don't give a shit how you vote. But don't come in here and tell me that you served your country to try to keep people free, when in fact, right now, you're trying to take away people's freedoms to live their life the way they want to live it. I said, how would you like it if I try to vote for something that kept you from living your life the way you want to live it? And then he just walked out of my office. I'm like, you fucking...
Hey, didn't you say he came back in and asked...
Oh, yeah, about he came back in and said, hey, man, do you want to buy some magazines or peanuts or stuff like that from my girl? She's selling it for Girl Scout. I was like, hell yeah.
By the way,
you owe me $16.
16?
I already ordered you 2 of them.
Okay, cool.
I ordered you some raisins.
Yeah, I bought raisins from Girl Scout raisins. The chocolate covered. They're delicious. You should always buy them.
Well, it was $4 for travel time.
That's fine. Just keep the 20.
I just charged my son $4 for my
finder's
service.
fee. It's a finder's fee. Anyway.
But anyways, let's move on to the next subject because we're beating a dead horse right here.
We are. It's dead shit.
This is the next subject. Do not give any money to the...
Oh, Red Cross.
Red Cross.
Red Cross, piece of shit. They almost always have been a piece of shit, but...
The Red Cross is the biggest freaking scam in the world, man. These guys, they're executives, man. They make so much money, and they get all these golden parachutes, and incredible. And most of their executives, before they got their jobs, they never volunteered for anything. They never volunteered to do anything. And here, all of a sudden, they're making millions of dollars a year. So, I saw this video on YouTube. This lady was going to donate to the Red Cross, and they were throwing stuff away. They were throwing away food, good food, throwing away brand new blankets, throwing away all this stuff. And she's like, why are you throwing this stuff away? And they're like, well, if we don't throw it away, no, they said, if we throw it away, then we'll get more stuff from other people, from other states. And the reason they throw it away is so that the more stuff they get, the more that people think they're helping. Because they're still accepting. Because once they fill up their trailers, they can't take anymore. It's full. So they take the stuff they have in their trailers, they throw it away. So they can keep taking stuff. Because if people say, oh, look, I saw these guys got 100 blankets and they only have 10 blankets now. They must have given away 90 blankets.
Wow.
They're throwing it away.
That's crazy. I didn't know that shit. I just knew that, like, that only, 10% of what they actually take in, they give out for money and stuff. And I knew that their CEOs and shit make hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars a year.
From Hurricane Harvey in Texas, they collected over $500 million. And 125 million of that they spent, and like you said, like 90% of it was spent on administrative crap. Mm-hmm. The other 375 million, they don't know what happened to it, and that was just like a month ago.
They don't know what happened to it.
Like, they need to freaking hire some better freaking financial people, some budget accountants,
some auditors. No shit.
Biggest ripoff. The Red Cross is number 2 to the Clinton Foundation. Clinton Foundation is the worst. But the Red Cross
If you want to donate to a charity, find a very transparent one. Like, there are a few.
Ooh, that's funny that you said transparent. Because me and Miss...
Not talking about Caitlyn Jenner.
That's funny. Me and Little Miss Roy, we were in Walmart yesterday. Mm-hmm. And what time did you go to Walmart yesterday?
Late.
Well, because we went
8,
there.
9 o'clock.
We went there around this time. It was around this time.
Yeah.
But we went there, right? And you know they have that little thing there where they sell like popcorn chicken and stuff like that. So there was a transgender guy there.
Is he black?
No, not the black guy.
Not the black guy?
The white guy.
Because I know there's a black.
He looks like he's like 60 years old.
Okay.
So this guy, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, I knew, but I don't give a shit. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. But that, I'm not putting down transgenderism. I don't care. All right.
You do what you do, guys.
Right.
Or
but so I kind of felt bad in a way, and in a way I didn't. But when he was giving, it's a he thinking he's a she, right?
Oh, he, she?
Yeah, it's a he dressed up as a she.
Okay.
Okay? So when he's giving me my stuff, he's like, how much of this do you want? And I'm like, oh, just go ahead and fill it up, sir.
Oh, you didn't know what to call him?
No, it just flipped out. I was trying to stay like gender neutral.
Oh,
like every time he asked me a question, I would just say, yes, please do that. Thank you. Like not using sir or ma'am or nothing. And then when he asked me, how much of this you want? I was like, oh, just go ahead and fill it up, sir. And then Selena was like, Daddy, why did you say sir? And I'm like, I didn't say nothing. He just kept giving me his stuff. I took it and I was like, thank you very much. Have a good day. And I walked away. And but I'm thinking, like, it's cool. It's cool that he wants to live like that. I don't have anything against that. He's not interfering with my
feelings. I would actually like to know what... Because I don't... Do you just say they?
No, they want to be called as what they're
dressed up as.
Yeah, like if I would have called her ma'am or whatever, I'm sure he would have been very happy. But he wasn't rude or nothing. You know, he didn't say nothing. He
probably does get it often.
Yeah, so. but like with me, I don't care. I really don't care. The only thing that bothers me is, which has never happened to me because I obviously haven't encountered a lot of transgenders, is if I'd have called them, like I called them sir, right? If he would have gotten pissed off at me or something and threw a fit or something like that because I called him by the title that he actually is, because he is a man who thinks he's a woman.
Who identifies as a woman.
Yes, yeah, he thinks he's a woman. But he is a man. He has a Y chromosome, and he is a man. He has male genitalia. He is a man.
So you're speaking directly of the species. Yeah. Like a gender.
He's a man. Like... It's like if dog started wearing a hat or whatever that identifies as something as a man, would she be a male dog?
No.
No, she'd still be a female dog, no matter what she did. Like the other day, I saw her dry humping Bella. Right? Does that make her a male dog?
No.
No. You know why? Because she's a female dog. It doesn't matter how much she acts like a dog. She is a female dog, and that's period. That's all there's to it. So, but you know, like I said, I don't care about that shit. I don't care that they do it. It doesn't bother me. Whatever. The only thing that would bother me is if, like, you call them, I call them sir. Like, if he would freak out and say, "I'm not a sir, I'm a man." You know, I'll be like, "Hey,
You
dude, I'm
cis
calling
male.
you." Yeah, this.
You disgusting
you are.
cis male.
But yeah, cool, man. It's like I don't care.
I bet
man.
you keep your wife locked in the cupboard in the kitchen barefoot.
I'm all about freedom, man. If you want to freaking dress up like a woman, by all means.
Or if you're a woman, you want to
like
dress up like a man. If you want to identify.
Do what you want to do as long as you're happy.
I've seen a guy who identified himself as like some alien from a different planet too. So like,
that's awesome.
you can pretty much do whatever you want here. No one will get
Yeah,
offended.
you do whatever you want, man. As long as you're not bothering anyone else.
Like, just
by
be
all means.
happy.
Yeah, be happy.
Be happy.
Yeah, don't be a miserable transgender.
No, be
if
happy.
you're gonna
Own
be
that
transgender,
shit.
be freaking
Own
happy
that
about
shit.
it, man. Yep.
Like, you only have one life, and you gotta live it
Oh,
how
hey,
you want to
man,
live it.
this topic that I got here is freaking awesome, man. And you need to look this shit up and freaking research it, and it's gonna blow you away. So
It's a hooker?
no, so this is so we're going through the global warming thing, right, or climate change thing, right?
Yep.
So I came across this video and I started listening to it because it looked very interesting, and it's called the Solar Maximus. So I'm going to explain it in the way I understand it. So do your own research and go look it up or whatever. But look it up because it's very interesting. So the Solar Maximus is, you know how we've been having all these storms and earthquakes and there's
Hurricanes and all
a couple
that.
of volcanoes, major volcanoes have erupted in the earth.
Oh,
et
you
cetera,
mean
et
like
cetera.
what's been happening for the past 6 billion years?
No, but you know that in the last few years it has been happening more often. It really has. And all these people are saying, "Oh, it's because of climate change." It's because, first of all, climate change, of course. Climate change happens every single day of every single year of
Forever.
the last 4.5 billion years that this planet has been here. All right, that's what climate change is. Nobody can refute that the climate changes. I think that's why they picked that name. They could refute that there's no global warming. That's why they don't say that anymore. But climate change, no one can say there's no climate change because there is every day. So anyways, the Solar Maximus has to do with where we are positioned within our solar system. Not our solar system, our galaxy. Where our solar system is positioned within our galaxy, along with where all the other planets and all the other galaxies or whatever are positioned, or all the other solar systems that are around a galaxy are positioned.
What does it take? 250,000 years for us to
250 million
million?
to
I thought
go-
it was 1,000.
to go around the galaxy one time, right?
I thought it was 250,000.
Maybe it's 250,000. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
We don't know anything.
But anyways, what these were like experts that were on, like physicists, people that used to work for NASA, stuff like that. These are the people that were talking that I was listening to. They're saying that what we're going into is not a global warming period. That we are at the end of the last global warming period. We're going into what's going to be a mini ice age. And we're going to be into that mini ice age for like the next 30 years. And it's going to get so bad that we are only going to be able to produce about 30% of the food worldwide that we produce right now at its maximus. You know, so at its apex, we're only going to be producing about 30% of what we normally can produce, which means what?
Lots of people are going to starve.
A lot of people are going to die.
Look, on the climate change thing, all right, like
no, but this
10,
doesn't have to do
15,000 years ago, there was a damn ice age here.
Yeah.
And we weren't producing fucking CO2 gases back then, where we know. And guess what? The fucking things melted on their goddamn own, and it made everything the way it is now, all right?
It's because it has to do with the sun. It's like if you look at, like, the more sunspots there are in the sun, the warmer it actually is. And the less sunspots there are, the colder it is.
Now, I'm not refuting that we're polluting the fucking earth and
Oh yeah,
fucking
that's
shit up
yeah,
in
but
the
that's
air,
that's a
but
different.
that's different.
That's a different. Yeah, that's a different thing.
Anyway, next.
So anyway, so this guy here about the Solar Maximus, they're saying that we're going to be at a mini ice age for like the next. He said it's actually already started, but we're in the very, very beginnings of it. It's going to last like between 20 to 30 years.
Well, guess what? We'll be able to see if that's true in our lifetime. So.
We will. But you know what the good thing is? Because when I heard this, when I was like listening to this shit, I was like, shit. I was like, why the hell that I freaking moved my family to Alaska.
Alaska.
But you know what is awesome? Because you see, I believe in God, and I always know that He's going to take care of us. You know what's awesome? These guys showed a model of where all the ice is going to form during this mini ice age. And they said on the model, Alaska had no ice on it. He said Alaska at one time was a tropical place. Mm-hmm. He said that during the mini ice age, that the cold weather is going to shift down. It's going to shift south. So
usually that's what happens.
So all of Canada and all of North America is going to be like extreme cold weathers. And Alaska, and in Alaska, the people that live in Alaska, you're going to be able to survive. It's not going to be like extreme cold. The only thing you're going to have to worry about is being able to grow food, because your growing season for crops is going to be cut down by like 2 months every year.
That's really
like I said,
that's
about
a really tight window.
Yeah, like about 30%. So, but in those 2 months, you can grow potatoes.
I know, but that's still a really tight
potatoes,
window.
cabbage for vitamin C.
What we're gonna have to do is create greenhouses for the winter.
Yeah, and that's what they said too.
Big
That's what they said too. They're gonna have to create greenhouses.
We can do it. It's not gonna be hard.
But you know what? That's why I'm gonna store up at least 10 years worth of food.
We have technology.
Yeah, no, and they have these greenhouses that inside of them, instead of the plants growing on a plane, so on a table. Walls? No, they put them in drums that are round, and they have an LED light in the middle of the drum. And then the drum spins around one time a minute. All right, and what that does is it makes the plants always go towards the light, so it makes the plants grow straight, and they grow faster. They grow like 30% faster. So
if you want to look at that,
cool.
like look at the Japanese, because they have, in Tokyo is the most popular, densely populated city on the planet. It's got a shitload of people, and they don't have a lot of room. So what they do is they build these big ass like greenhouses and stuff, and tall skyscrapers that can fit like 60,000 people in them. And they live inside those skyscrapers. They go to work there. They buy their stuff there. They go to the movies there.
Man, that's Agenda 31, man. Agenda 2021.
They just live their entire lives inside this big-ass building.
That's Agenda 21, man. Don't even think that's cool, because it's not.
Well, when you go outside and it's negative 120 and you die...
It's not going to be. This is Alaska.
So, yeah, that's...
But anyways, man, so the Solar Maximus... Look that up, man. It's freaking interesting as hell. Like, you can spend hours just listening to these
I hope to God
guys.
you didn't get this shit off like The Onion or something.
No. It's on YouTube. And like
it's on YouTube? Did you check out any websites supporting it?
Yes.
Did you go to any scientific journal links?
This guy worked in NASA. This guy was a freaking rocket scientist.
How do you know that?
Look him up. He's like a famous book writer.
What is his name?
I forgot his name.
Exactly!
No,
you need the shit.
Do I have to freaking remember his name?
Yes.
Why?
Because you're giving information to people who don't know shit. And if they do know shit, they're listening to you tell it the wrong way.
Then look up the freaking Solar Maximus and his name will come up.
I'm not the one who...
Well, whoever it is, you out there, if you want to know more about this, get on YouTube, look up Solar Maximus, and this guy's name will come up. Because every time you type it in, his name is like on freaking half of the freaking pages that's got articles.
Solar Maximus.
He's written like 2 books on it already, and he used to be a NASA scientist. Blah, 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 all that kind of crap. But anyways, that's pretty interesting. So I told your mother the other day that my goal is to store up at least 10 years worth of food supply. So it can get us to about halfway. By the 10th year, we should be pretty good at growing stuff.
It's pretty easy to grow stuff, just not grow it well.
So, what else? Man, dude, we still have a lot of stuff to talk about. How many minutes are we at? I'm not sure if we're going to have time to talk about all this stuff.
We're at 38 right now.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, let's talk about Puerto Rico. Hey, Puerto Rico right now, they're actually getting better. They're about 60% of their gas stations getting fuel.
Is his name Doug Bicycle?
Yep, that's him. He's like an older guy, white guy.
I don't know. I just see.
Oh, it doesn't have a picture of him?
No.
Yeah.
Solar Mini Max. That's what it says.
Oh,
Solar Maximum.
Oh, Solar Maximum. I said Maximus.
Maximus. That's why I thought it was like stupid.
I was thinking of the Gladiator. I was thinking of the Gladiator.
Sounds like some Roman shit. Isn't that crazy guy just
isn't that the Gladiator's name, Maximus?
Yeah, in Gladiator?
Yeah.
Yeah, Maximus.
So anyways, Puerto Rico's 60% of their gas stations are up and running.
Oh, really?
Yep, the supermarkets are starting to get food and they're opening.
The electricity's back on and everything?
Partial.
Partial? Okay,
but they're like getting their major infrastructure up first, like gas stations, supermarkets. But the supermarkets are running on a like just certain hours of the day,
Yep.
not all day, and all this stuff. But the question is how is Puerto Rico going to be rebuilt? Because their entire island is wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of their infrastructure is wiped
Pretty
out.
much gone.
Everything.
Yeah, I heard.
They were $70 billion in debt that they defaulted on. They defaulted on $70 billion.
I'm honestly
debt.
thinking that a lot of them are going to have to come here to the U.S.
Yeah.
Or move here. Move
that
here
means that
permanently.
New York is going to be the bluest state in the world.
That
most
Florida.
of them, Florida. That would.
Oh, that's a
ruin Florida.
Republican state, though, isn't it?
But it was close. Remember how
Yeah.
close it was?
It was really close.
Freaking Trump probably
Barely
had to
got
give
it,
his
yeah.
left nut for that state.
Because Jeb Bush
So-
was there, and he don't like Trump.
So, anyways, that's my question. Is like, how are they going to rebuild if we don't pay for it? If we don't pay for
You
it,
know
how are
what?
they going to rebuild?
Maybe they're going to take this opportunity. At least this is what I would do if I was them. I would take this opportunity to ask Puerto Rico to become a state so they can finally... And that way it would pass over. Because right now is the time where the people's conscience will be like, oh, they're in trouble, we need to help them. And it passed through easier.
They don't ever pass. They've been trying to become a state for freaking decades. And I don't really know if I want them to become a state. They're $70 billion in debt.
Well, that's not really what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, I know. You're talking about Puerto Rico saying, "Hey, let us become a state." So we need help, whatever. But they're not going to become a state, and I wouldn't want them to. First of all, the main reason I wouldn't want them to has nothing to do with that they're 70 billion in debt. The main reason is that if I had a choice, like if it was up to me for Puerto Rico to become a state or not become a state, I would say no. And the main reason I would say no is because without them knowing it, I'd be doing them a favor. Because they have more of a chance of being free by not becoming a state than they do by becoming a state. So they're $70 billion in debt, but who's to blame for that debt? Guess who? Their government.
Yeah, the government.
Their government, they've been giving themselves freaking, like, I think last year they gave themselves, the government there. Now, there's only 3.6 million people in that island, right? So their government isn't like our government, as far as the size. Last year, their government gave themselves like $100 million in bonuses. All right?
That's pretty good.
And they're $70 billion in debt.
I should move there and become a politician.
Yeah, exactly. So their government has pretty much screwed their own people over, for the love, because of the love of money. So I don't know, unless the U.S. bails them out and freaking rebuilds their island for them. Pretty
Maybe they'll
much
go back
redo
to
it.
an island of tribes.
They're not going to be able to rebuild because who's going to lend them money? They've already defaulted on $70 billion worth of bonds.
That's only $70 billion too.
Yeah. But that's a lot, though, for 3.6 million people. For us, 70 billion, for us is still what? We have 326 million. It's like $200 in American. Like 200? 2,000. Million, billion, 1,000 times 1,000. Yeah, it's like $2,000 per American. $70 billion. So.
Well, technically, I could pay that off.
Yeah, but I'm not going to. Oh, so check this out. The NBA told their players that they have to stand for the national anthem.
Okay.
Because it's in their contract.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay then.
And the NFL, it's in their contract too.
Oh well. Okay,
technically all of the teams of I don't know who the hell did it or what. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Whatever. Technically, all of the owners of the teams of those players that didn't stand, technically, they can fire them.
Yeah.
Because they broke their contract.
I didn't know that, but not.
Yep.
Here's my take on the kneeling thing. Look it. The flag represents the right to say what you want or to act out in a way that you would like to do, and no one should be able to harass you for it. However, we live in the real world, all right? And if you do shit like this, people are gonna blast you for it. They've been burning jerseys, they've been stopped watching football games, ratings are really down for the NFL. This is just how the way the world works. Just because it looks good on paper doesn't mean it is. Now, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if these players kneel for the national anthem. I would never kneel for the national anthem. I always stand up, even if it's on TV, but I guarantee that probably... Okay, I can't make assumptions, but I guarantee there are some people who are at home when they turn on the football game. They don't stand for the national anthem when it plays. I guarantee there's some people who do. They just sit on their couch and wait for the game to start. But, I mean, technically they shouldn't have to if they don't want to. Yep. But, again, this is the real world. People have real feelings. And if you're going to do that, you have to be prepared for the consequences.
That's
so
right.
If you kneel and you end up making less money next year, you can't be mad at anyone but yourself because you are the one who did it.
It's just like that guy that started all this crap.
Kaepernick?
Yeah, so did somebody finally hire him?
Okay, so this is what happened.
No, but did somebody finally hire him?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, you see?
No one wants to hire him.
You know, I defend his freedom of speech. I defend that he doesn't stand up for the national anthem. Great, I defend that. But guess what? Live with the consequences of your action.
And the thing is, Kaepernick kneeled during the national anthem because he was protesting violence against black Americans being shot by police.
He's half white!
So, he's half black. But anyway, now these people, they only started kneeling after Trump made a comment saying that football players who kneel during the national anthem are, and I quote, pieces of shit or something like that.
Really?
He insulted basically Kaepernick because he was the only one who really did it at the time. And then everyone else started kneeling after that. So they're not even really protesting violence against African Americans by police officers anymore. They're just protesting Trump being an
idiot. And anyways, you know Kaepernick? You know why he kneeled? He doesn't give a shit about none of that violent crap. You know why he kneeled? You know who his girlfriend is?
No.
His girlfriend is one of the top people for Black Lives Matters.
Oh, is she?
So he was trying to get some ding ding, poom poom, whatever you want to call it. He was trying to get in on that, so he did something that his girlfriend was like, "Oh, you're my hero." But now, guess what? What's the name of that? What's the name of that song? Scrubs.
I don't want no scrubs. TLC.
Yep. Now he ain't got no ride. Now he ain't got no money. So I'm not sure if that girl's sticking around.
Kaepernick, you got to listen to Tony Montana, right? First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. All right, you can't go the other way. It doesn't work like that. Or is it power, money, then women? I think it's money first.
Man. I just think you should just do the right thing.
So, yeah, like, come on. Don't
O.J. Simpson is a free man.
Oh, he's free. O.J. Simpson's free. He did it, though. He really did. He did it both times. We already know.
He did both, yeah.
But,
hey.
They can't, the glove does not fit. You must quit. He definitely did it, though.
If it doesn't fit, he is
definitely a machete-wielding murderer. He stabbed the shit out of those two people. He killed him.
Man, I feel sorry for that man. Hey, but he's a free man. He's a free man in body, but
77.
Probably not in his mind.
Look, man, it's like we said in the earlier episode. Everyone gets what's coming to him.
Yep, sooner or later.
And he might not have been. Should have been put in prison for the shit that he did recently. But hey, it's just time lost for the shit he actually did. We all know it. It's karma.
Hey, so I know you don't know who David Stockman is.
Who's David Stockman?
Of course you won't know.
I don't care.
He is a top financial guy that studies the stock
market. He says a bunch of shit about a bunch of numbers no one cares to listen to because we're all dumb in America.
He says that Trump's tax reform overhaul is a pipe dream and that stocks will soon drop 40 to 70%.
Oh, wow. Imagine that.
And that's it.
I'm pretty sure some other white guy in some other office somewhere said the same thing.
How do you know this guy's white?
His name is Stockman. Even if he's black-skinned, he's white. All right?
Should have nothing to do with his comment.
They got corrupted.
What about Carson? Is Carson a white or a black?
He'll get corrupted too. I guarantee you. Put him in that position, he'll get corrupted too.
Not Ben Carson? I don't think that guy's corruptible.
I think everyone's corruptible.
No, the only time you're corruptible is two times. If you really want the money and need the money, or if you got something in your past that you don't want
anyone knowing about you.
Knowing about it and they got it on you. And I don't think Ben Carson's a freaking saint.
Nah, everyone's got something.
No, Ben Carson's
everyone's got something, Dad. You think about it. Think about something that you wouldn't want getting out. Anything in your life. Anything that you did.
I'm not a saint.
Anything. Exactly. No one's a saint.
Not a saint.
There's no Mother Teresa's not even a saint.
Yes,
right?
she is.
No,
actually, she is.
No, she's not.
No, actually, she was made a saint by the Vatican last year.
She was made a saint?
Yep.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was. Look it up.
What? No, she wasn't.
Mother Teresa was made a saint.
She was missing a miracle.
Mother Teresa.
She was missing a miracle.
Madre Teresa is a saint.
You know she didn't believe in God when she died?
Why would I'd be like, man, I've been serving you all these years and you're killing me now?
No. She like stopped believing in God the last like couple decades of her life. She says it's not worth it anymore. I'm just doing it because that's what I've been doing. She wrote letters and stuff.
That's
She
too bad.
gave up. She fell out of it.
That's sad.
Isn't it though? But
that is sad because her job was a good job.
she really did help a lot of people too, and she was a good person. Even if I've never met her, I can already tell. It's like Gandhi.
So,
like you don't just do those
anyways,
things. And not be a good
we're
person.
down to the last minute of this podcast.
It's only been 49 minutes.
Well, I mean, what else do you have to talk about?
Nothing, but
Nothing. I mean,
Why not?
I just got as of 9:26 in the
wow, she did.
Told you.
That's
you didn't believe me?
crazy. That's awesome.
That's awesome, but she's
It really
dead.
is. I
She's
know,
dead.
but still, that's
she can't
so
even
cool.
enjoy it.
I know, but like she totally deserved it when she was alive, and they fucked her over and never made her a saint because apparently she was missing a miracle.
Oh my goodness!
And so that's crazy. That's
good for you, man.
I know it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It's just symbolic. But
Hey man,
still,
when are you gonna buy some more silver? It's really cheap.
how much is it?
1684.
It's 1684. People, you need to buy right now.
As of 9:26 a.m. today on 1 October.
What's gold?
Gold was $12.81. It's been hammered $100
Nice.
plus in the last month. People don't know what a blessing that is to have gold and silver hammered down this low. If you're not buying it, you should buy. But then again, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. All I'm doing is giving you my opinion, and my opinion is to be used only for entertainment and educational purposes.
So
Not
you can't
as
fucking sue us,
financial.
all right?
Not as financial advice, because I don't know shit about anything.
Nope, not a thing.
So
We're
anyway,
just
I'm just
talking.
giving you some prices. Hey, Bitcoin is inching its way back up. It's up to $4,300.
All right.
4,308 as of this morning.
Just keep it
Ethereum
like
$299. Litecoin, which by the way is my favorite of all cryptos, Litecoin, is $54.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm up 10% on Litecoin since my last buy. A lot more than 10% since the beginning.
I'm
But
gonna sell my stuff so I can pay for tuition.
don't sell your Litecoin.
Not my Litecoin.
I wouldn't sell my Litecoin or my Bitcoin. I'm playing around with OMG. Hey, OMG, I know you don't know what it is, but OMG, Omisego, is the real name.
All right, you're right. It's been too long. We gotta stop the video.
Omisego,
and-
my
podcast.
it's also one of my
So
favorites.
anyway,
It's
everyone.
gonna, no, hey, listen up.
so
Omisego
people,
is one of my
this has been
favorites.
Another hour of
It's
the
gonna make
Father,
me a
Son,
crypto
and the
millionaire.
Roy and Roy and
Hey,
everyone.
don't you want me to tell
No.
you? Don't you want me to tell you how I'm gonna be a crypto millionaire?
Okay, keep going.
Omisego is gonna make me a crypto millionaire.
Miso Gold.
Omisego.
Omisa Go.
OMG is the
OMG.
acronym.
Omisa Go. OMG.
Omisego.
Oh my God. Got it.
You should look into what Omisego is because it's a very,
I
very
bet
nice one.
it's Omisa Go. I bet.
Neo was up to $33 this morning. Just checked it before we got on. It was like almost 35. Woo! It's gone up almost 100% in the last month. And it's a good thing that I bought some about a month ago. And ADAX. ADAX is another awesome token. I'm going to tell you what ADAX is about because you're going to be able to understand it easily. Okay, so you know every time you get on a YouTube channel, right, and you look at a thing, what do you always say? Jesus Christ, not again.
An ad.
Ad. Okay? So, these freaking people, or I don't know who was doing it, but someone created some kind of a computer program that told YouTube that this ad was being looked at 1,000 times, right? And when really it was only being looked at maybe 100 times, right?
Okay.
So then the advertisers were paying 10 times more than what they should be paying because they pay for the number of views of the ad. So like for example, let's say there was a 30-second ad, but you click skip after 5 seconds, right? The advertisers don't pay for that.
Oh yeah. Why would
Yeah,
they?
it's not. And if you monetize your videos, you don't get paid for that if they click off.
Of course.
They have to be on it a certain percentage of the time, like 30 seconds or more, or whatever, depending on how long the ad is, whatever, right? So the advertisers were paying for ad time that they weren't receiving.
That sounds illegal.
It is, but no one was catching it. ADAX, what it does is it puts that information on the blockchain, so it's 100% transparent. So when I tell you, hey, listen, your ad played 1,000 times,
You know. You
I
can look at
know
it.
my
Oh,
ad played
okay.
1,000 times, and I'm not paying you for ad time that I never got. That's what ADEX does.
That's really helpful.
And I know that's why I like it, because it's something that can be used. It's not just, hey, I made a fuck you coin.
That's hilarious,
funny.
though.
It's funny.
That's
Isn't
hilarious.
it funny? Here, go buy it. I'm opening.
You know, some stupid
my
ass people
ICO.
buy that
I
though,
know.
just because.
I know, but that kind of a business is not going to last. Something like this is going to last, because YouTube, be it YouTube or DTube, there's DTube that's coming. DTube is a blockchain YouTube, or whatever, wherever they have ads and Facebook, whatever. That's going to always be happening. That's going to go on for a really long time. And this, ADEX, that's what it does. So it's going to be around for a long time. And guess what? A month ago, it was around 49 cents. And today, it's $1.38. And I bought it a month ago. Yeah, it's not bad. And what else? NEO. NEO is another good one. NEO's going to be a superstar. Litecoin is going to be a superstar.
You've been on this for about 5 minutes, all right?
Litecoin is going to be a superstar. I want to say it again. Litecoin is going to be a superstar. NEO is going to be a superstar.
I still got to save this and transfer it
Omisigo?
over
Omisigo?
and
Listen,
save it again.
Listen, you should buy some Omisigo, or give me some money and I'll buy some for you. Because Omisigo, listen to this. You're gonna think I'm crazy.
How much is it?
Omisigo is like $10 each. But Omisigo is going to have gains upwards of 30,000%. It might take a year or two, but it will. And I'm going to tell you what Omisigo does right now. That way you'll know. Omisigo is a currency delivery system.
Here you go. You can buy
I'm
me
not just
two.
going to buy two of them. Buy you two Omisigo. Are you crazy?
30,000%? That's what? They're $10?
So you're investing $20.
I can turn $20 into what's 100%? 40.
That's funny.
So
Just
I don't want to do the math.
times 300.
Yeah,
times,
sure you go.
roughly, so about $600, right? 300 times
30,000%. You said?
300 times $6,000 you could turn it.
Yeah. So
See what I mean? Look at
yeah,
that.
$20.
$6,000 you can turn that into.
Well, this is useless.
It might take you like 2 years, but you can turn this into like $6,000.
Yeah. See, so just invest that and then give me $6,000 when it.
No. I'll tell you when I'll tell you when I buy it.
Okay.
That way you'll know.
Well,
No,
I'll
I'll
buy
keep
it
it.
now. You're gonna buy it then?
Then I'm gonna have to. Why don't you just open a Bittrex account?
I don't.
Dude, it takes like 2 minutes. Literally, you don't need to do your license or none of that crap. It takes like 2 minutes.
Are we gonna quit this or? Are
But
you
anyways,
done?
okay. But hey, imagine that in 2 years, if I get if that thing goes up, like they're predicting it does, and I listen to like 3 people that I follow all the time, and they've been freaking right on the money every time, right? I just now started like investing a little bit here and there, what they say, because everything that they've said so far, like in the last 6 months, every single thing has done what they said it was going to do. And they're very technical about it. But if Omisigo goes up like they said it will, I'll be a millionaire.
That's nice, Dad. Just don't count your chickens before they hatch.
No, I'll be a millionaire.
Or
I'm gonna
wait. No,
you know
don't count
what?
your eggs
As a
before
matter
they
of
hatch.
fact, I think I'm going to quit my job this Monday because I don't need to work anymore. I'm going to be a
Don't
millionaire.
do that. Don't do that. Don't listen to him. Don't follow his advice.
All right, that's it, man. We still got to go through. Hey, while this thing is saving, we can go through the garbage out. Oh, hey, I finished my pantry and it's freaking sweet.
You're done.
Tell him
We're
about my
done.
pantry.
He built the pantry and he put lights in it. That's cool.
No,
Everyone-
no. What else? No, not yet. Tell them about my pantry. Tell them how awesome it is, because I know you think it's awesome.
His pantry is so damn cool that I think when I build my house, I'm gonna make one exactly like it. That's how amazing his pantry is.
Man, I wish we could show you a picture of my pantry.
I
It's so
wish we
awesome.
couldn't. I'm glad we can't.
Actually, we could put a picture on it. We could put a picture.
Don't. No.
No, just
No.
a picture.
No.
Why?
No.
You can't tell
No.
where we are with a
No.
picture of the inside
No.
of the house.
No. No. You know how much fucking work that would take me?
Oh, you know what I could do? I'm going to post a picture of
You're not
that
the one
damn...
who has to go on this shit and edit it.
I'm going to put a picture of that damn pantry. You know where? On Steemit.
Okay.
When
fine.
I upload my Steemit,
Go for it.
Okay. Hey, all right. Have a good week, everyone. We'll
Yeah,
talk to you
fucking
guys next
finally,
week.
Jesus, it's been an hour.
Yep. You all have a good week. Stay safe. Remember about the solar maximum. Maximum, right?
Yep, maximum.
Remember about the solar maximum. You still have time to prepare. I recommend that you at least, at the very minimum, get a year to 2 years supply of food. And if you
You
think
should just have this just because.
yeah, and if you think I'm crazy, then that's fine. When you're starving and freaking eating your neighbor's asses,
Well, say I told you so.
Yep, I'll say I told you
And
so.
we won't give you any.
Yeah, because I'm going to be the only person in this area that's going to have an overweight problem after the zombie apocalypse.
And then people are going to see that he's overweight and come attack him.
No, because I'm going to wear real baggy clothes.
It's not going to matter.
And I'm gonna
350
grow really
pounds. You can't hide 350
I'm going to grow a really big whip beard.
You can't hide 350 pounds.
And then my clothes, I'm going to make sure that it's really stinky. I'll have stinky clothes whenever I go out somewhere.
You can't hide.
People won't even want to be near me.
You cannot hide the belly of the beast. All right.
Okay,
Anyway.
everyone, have a good week.
My dad's real fast.
We got to go to work.
Bye.